I'm an idiot. My cup looking dirty. It's happy hour at the Banner Bar, so let's get into it. So as you might be able to see, I bought some little baby whiskey bottles. We're just going to try them. Raven hasn't been on alone, so I thought, let's step up the game. You're not the biggest beer drinker in the world.
All I wanted to do was come over and babysit your kids for your wife's birthday. And I don't know what the fuck I've signed up for.
You agree. I mean, you sit down at the table with me. This has happened before. Not liquor, I don't believe. I don't know. It's whiskey. So we're going to try all of these. We're going to rate all of these. And along the way, we're going to answer 6 random questions. Just see where it leads and have a good time.
Oh, this is going to be a interesting time. I wouldn't say great, but it's definitely going to get
Mrs.
interesting.
Positivity does not sound happy. So first up is the Canadian Club 1858. As you might be able to guess, this is a Canadian whiskey.
Okay, I don't know what was the first guess. And since you're opening it, I'll read the question. What's the best kind of sandwich? Shane.
I'm the best kind of sandwich?
No, there are better sandwiches.
I'm going to leave these face up back here so I know we've read them, because
Okay.
I will get confused. Firstly,
I'm scared, and this is
you don't have to pour like full shots. Just take baby sips and see what you think. You can also, it will be kind of gross because I'm right here, but you can spit it into the tub or pour out what you don't like.
I should have put 2 and 2 together when you were like, maybe you spend the night, maybe you pack a bag, and
you did.
I did, but I should have guessed what I was getting myself into.
All right, I just want to say that I love the smell of whiskey. I always have. I prefer to drink scotch most of the time, but I really like the smell of whiskey. It has a like sugar, caramel, candy note on the top that I fully appreciate. Like you're eating a Werther's Original.
To me, it smells like smoky rubbing alcohol.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's liquor. We don't normally drink liquor.
It's got it's alcohol. It's rubbing alcohol with a drop of liquid smoke in it.
God, okay. This is... See, I pick up brown sugar notes.
I feel like I'm going to get high just smelling it multiple times.
Can we get drunk just sniffing whiskey? All right. So, Canadian Club. Let's see. Ultra smooth.
It is now. Like, there's not that long aftertaste.
Are you...
I originally was going to say this is cheap shit. But after I took that breath in, not so bad.
Okay. It is a blend, and you can tell. So even though it smells intensely strong and you get the burn and everything, it does present kind of watered down a little bit. Or maybe I'm just thinking of like moonshine for some reason, even though they don't age that.
No. This is nothing compared to moonshine. I could definitely see. Now, let me ask you this question. Are you a whiskey on ice sort of person, or are you a whiskey, what is it? Is it neat?
Whiskey, I'm not entirely sure. I know with scotch, and scotch is essentially the same sort of liquor that whiskey is, I would put it on ice.
Okay.
Because I know that's supposed to bring out the flavor a little more, to have it slightly watered down. Maybe that's why I like this so much.
Is that it's easy to drink warm?
Yeah. I mean, it's inviting, and it does really just warm the shit out of you. I don't drink a lot of liquor, so apologies if there are people out there like, that is that weak shit. You don't ever drink that because it doesn't.
the aftertaste tastes like Christmas.
Yeah.
Like
got a
you
holiday
drink
vibe.
this on a holiday when it's cold,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the type of shit that will get you right real quick.
What I'm very curious to see is, do we say the same shit about every last one of these things at the table?
It's slowly going to get more and more complimentary as
Right.
we go along.
By the way, are you going to be our like shot expert, because you straight poured a shot and hammered that beast?
That was not a shot.
Okay.
That's not a shot. I still have a little bit left. It went down really smooth. Like, the worst thing about whiskey is always the smell. The smell intimidates the hell out of me. And that's usually why I bow out pretty soon.
I think one thing I definitely appreciate about whiskey is probably the same thing I appreciate about scotch. Things in that family, that have been aged in the barrels. I don't want to mix it with anything. I just want to drink it.
Oh, I could put this in eggnog.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things where it would fit. I just don't need that. I can't drink. Most gins I can't straight drink. Same for vodka. Tequila might come close to something like this.
A good rice liquor, sake.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will say 7. It's a strong start, but I liked that.
Since we're starting early and I'm not a whiskey connoisseur, I'm going to stick with a safe 5 and say that it is decent. There is room for improvement. There's also room for...
Technically half the ladder.
More critiques.
Worth of improvement. So. Not half, because there are 11 potential ratings and you are directly in the middle, so...
There's 11? When did you get 11?
It's 0. 0 to 10.
0. I forgot about the hopeless. Hopeless rating.
We don't have that on Rated Radio, which is our podcast. Go listen if you don't, because, it's more of us. Because you need that. What's the best kind of sandwich?
Do I go based off of the sandwich I always get, or the typical answer for a sandwich, I guess?
Are you really asking me? Just make up your own mind. Do your thing. What do you think? Give both answers.
What I get on my sandwich is usually, say if I went to Subway, which I know Subway's not the best example, but I will get turkey, usually either mozzarella or some sort of Swiss, depending on where you are, because some people don't offer mozzarella and some people don't offer Swiss. I will get olives, cucumbers, and mayo.
So a fancy version of the microwave sandwich from back in the day. Isn't that what you did? You microwaved it?
Give me a hot
turkey
sandwich.
And cheese sandwich.
I just put olives and cucumbers on it and called it fancy. It's like essentially it's a cucumber sandwich with turkey and olive.
Okay. I'm not eating it.
My boyfriend does not get down on cucumbers, so he can't even fathom the appeal.
I do like cucumbers.
You want to hear something messed up? The alternative version?
I do.
The alternative version is pickles.
Okay.
Turkey, cheese, and pickles.
I mean, is it the same? It's the same.
You add that flavor of dill.
Or vegetable.
Did you just call cucumber fruit?
Yeah, it's dill and vinegar, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it changes the flavor profile vastly.
Now you got me thinking of chicken sandwiches, and my head hadn't even gone there.
Turkey, not chicken.
By the way, I don't know why, but KFC's chicken sandwich.
Did you try it?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it.
I think I've had all of them at this point. Not all of them. Don't come at me, review bra fans, Report of the Week definitely hits all of them. But I don't know why. KFC's was just straight to the point, exactly what I'm looking for. Good sauce, good pickle.
It looks really crunchy.
It's good.
I don't want
it's
really
not
crunchy.
It's not overly, it's just like the fried chicken.
Okay.
But the best kind of sandwich for me, like if you're at a place with a pulled pork sandwich, I will get it. But my ideal sandwiches, they come from Schlotsky's, And I would go with either like a bacon smoked cheesy that has the chicken on it, or turkey bacon club with no tomato.
You had to mention Schlotzsky's.
Yeah, you forgot about your original,
I did.
Next up is this one. I don't know what it is because I can't read it. Sorry. It's Ensign Red, which is a fine Canadian whiskey. So we're still in Canada.
Who sings?
Canada. I'm being...
Canada.
I'm joking.
Who sings Lunatic Red? Lunatic Red.
Thinking of Lunatic Fringe?
Damn it. I always say that. You remember how recently we were talking about name or song lyrics that you got wrong? That's another one. I say Lunatic Red instead of Lunatic Fringe or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, if we ever do a list like that, yours is going to be pretty big. But I'm sure I have my fair share. If it makes you feel better, I do not remember off the top of my head right now who sings Lunatic Fringe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It doesn't...
I don't know why I asked you this. This
it's
is not
actually
the Rated Radio podcast.
It's making me feel worse. My brain's trying to eat itself today. So, first time I've had some seizure symptoms in quite some time, and...
You decided to invite me over and we're doing whiskey. Wonderful.
This one doesn't smell as strong. There's more vanilla here than there is caramel for me. The wood notes are still pretty prominent, but they don't like burn your nose hairs or anything like the first one did. This is called Ensign Red. I'm sorry, are you having a different experience? You had a heavier pour, so you don't like the smell?
It twinged my
nostril
hairs.
Oh, okay. I take it back. I don't know. I have like a trimmer, so what do I know about what burns nose hairs?
We both are getting we both have gotten over COVID.
This is true.
And we got it at the exact same time, at the exact same place.
So apparently things will randomly smell burnt or like turds or something, but I haven't experienced that except for white pepper, which genuinely smells like shit.
Well, you lost your sense of taste and smell, right? I did not.
Oh yeah, my shit was gone and it scared me because, as you know, I think I would rather be blind than lose those senses.
Yeah, but they were gone very long. It's not like you had to burn an orange.
I googled the white pepper thing, by the way, because it freaked me out so much. I was changing my spices out, and white pepper was the last one I had. Everything else smelled normal, but white pepper smelled like shit to me. I could not explain it. I thought I was losing my mind. I'd never really smelled it before.
I'd never heard of it, and then you're like, smell that. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm smelling.
It's got like 22 scent molecules in it, but a handful of them are very prominent. And one of them is one of the primary scent molecules in pig manure. And another one is common among fecal matter and horse sweat, which I think is why farmhouse, zoo is what some people are picking up when I ask them. Okay. Did you tell me what you thought of the smell of this? It burned your nose hairs?
It twinged my nostrils.
We should probably drink it at some point tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay, so more body up in the front of the mouth, less in the back. This isn't hanging around as long. And it's definitely vanilla, weak vanilla.
Brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Agreed.
Back of the tongue, for sure. That's immediately where everything went.
I mean, I would go 5 on that one. Just... Sorry, I'm going to throw the rating out.
What did you rate the last one again?
A 7. This one was quite a bit weaker, and vanilla on its own, it had like this baby amount of brown sugar note to it. Mm-hmm. I feel like what they did was they took, is it a grain alcohol? And they didn't leave it long enough in the barrel for my taste.
I'd give it a 6. I actually found this one to be a little bit more enjoyable. Definitely a little sweeter. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we'll start all over again.
Yeah. This is a 0 plus a 10. I think I don't... Is that a 10 or is that a 0?
Mm-hmm.
Are we adding or multiplying? Okay.
Oh, rated radio.
Rated radio. So no question this time. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and crack the next one.
Okay.
Which is Jack Daniel's Old Number 7.
You can't beat a classic.
Which is a Tennessee sour mash whiskey.
A Tennessee whiskey?
Yeah.
Did someone call Chris Stapleton?
You're that college girl at the bar right now. Oh my God, I love Tennessee whiskey.
Play Tennessee whiskey by Chris Stapleton. And then that dum dum dum. Woo!
Are you already feeling yourself?
No, I'm just fucking with
Here's a question.
I'm laying it on thick, man. Alright. Which celebrities do you think would make the cutest kids? What the fuck is this question?
One that I wrote, apparently.
Which celebrities would you think would make the cutest kids? Who thinks about that?
Apparently I did at some point.
Okay.
I apologize that I do not pass your smell test.
Which celebrities would make the cutest kids?
Okay, so this is very different as far as the smell goes.
I really shouldn't smell them. I really should just drink them.
You think so?
It's all very, very strong. It's all that rubbing alcohol smell.
Okay, so rubbing alcohol, that made sense for these two, especially this one. This is closer to like nail polish. Like the actual polish.
Oh, okay, so acetone.
Yes. There's a sour note to it. I would still go in the realm of vanilla, maybe like a baby amount of licorice, but nobody wants to hear that because then they're going to think they don't like it, and that's not accurate. I love licorice, so...
You also like candy corn.
Okay. It's sugar. Okay?
It's awful.
It's like caramelized sugar that's not quite caramel.
I will give you candy corn over black licorice any day.
Okay.
That is fine.
So don't come at me then.
Yeah.
This doesn't have a candy corn note for me. There's a bit of sweetness in the nose. Let's taste and clip. Put your pinkies up. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I see why people die of alcohol poisoning. Because there was nothing to that swallow.
Pecans. Breathe.
Yeah.
Like a nut.
Yeah, nut.
Not
that kind of nut. Yeah, nasty.
It kind of tastes like pecans. Like it's got that, I don't want to say like dirt aftertaste like a raw nut has, but...
Like a macadamia nut cookie. It's kind of that realm, like buttery pecan or...
Buttery pecan.
Some sort of butternut.
Love me a good butternut.
Seriously, though. You could just drink this. I'm partial.
Yeah. Total butternut. It's weird. I've never done like 3 whiskeys in a row that have very different aftertastes.
Is doing whiskeys in a row your thing ever in life?
No.
I'm not trying to make you feel stupid. I was genuinely curious.
No, I can't even fathom. I've never in my life done this.
Here we are.
Yeah, I know.
You thought 3 tequilas at a cabin was bad.
Oh, to be fair, those were shots.
They were.
And you brought them out in...
I thought other people were going to try them. I didn't think you were just going to shoot it. So as much as I like this, and it does remind me of... Like, if you could take a warm apple pie, but make it taste like the caramel pecan praline ice cream. Like...
So...
But with rubbing alcohol.
A pecan pie?
Okay, a pecan pie.
You said apple pie.
I know. I'm thinking of like the buttery warmth of an apple pie.
Okay. You know how much butter is in a pecan pie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just making sure you know that.
My connotation is not pecans. It's more in the realm of
Okay.
macadamia.
Okay. Maybe I haven't had enough single macadamia nuts that aren't associated by a white chocolate substance.
I guess not.
Maybe not.
I will say, avoid the Brazil nuts. My mother seems to like them.
A Brazil nut?
They're giant. They have a very earthy dirt flavor after a while that I can't get into. Although people say that thing about pecans too, and all sorts of nuts.
My sister doesn't like pecans, which is weird because we have a pecan tree. We
I
had
like-
a pecan tree outside growing up.
I like the essence of a nut, the good old nut essence.
The aroma of a nut.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't trying to go dirty there. I was more thinking of like,
Oh, I'm not going dirty. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. Anyway.
Which celebrities do you think would make the cutest kids?
I wanted to clarify.
Oh, God. We're still talking about nuts?
What's the nut that's in the ice cream that is so, so good, according to myself and your partner?
Butter pecans.
No. It's green.
Pistachio.
Yeah, I'm having brain problems today. I'm sorry.
I love that you apparently are having brain problems and you look at me and go, no.
That's what you were doing. You were like mouth breathing over there.
Pistachios. Pistachios are the bomb.
Yeah,
in ice cream.
I like the ice cream. I don't care too much for the nut itself.
My mom used to fucking like a little squirrel.
Nice.
Fucking pistachios. Hole in the nut. Mm-hmm. And then she'd suck on the outside.
Daughter telling on you. Okay. Cute kids from celebrities?
Mm-hmm. Do they have to be together or can they be separate?
What? Yeah, they don't have to be a current couple or anything. Just any celebrities. Just take your pick. They could be dead for all I care. I don't.
Okay. I guess I have two. They're not together, but I wish they were.
Go for it.
Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, wouldn't they?
I could sub in like Drew Barrymore. Just
Drew
for
Barrymore.
personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hate to sound predictable, but Ali Sheedy and George Clooney.
I have never thought about that pairing before in my life.
I haven't either. That's why I thought this would be interesting. Make your brain go a different
Sheedy
place.
and George Clooney. My backup was Henry Cavill.
His type, she's younger. Or maybe she's not. Actually, she was just more popular when she was young. George Clooney didn't.
Well, George Clooney was on Roseanne. No, Ali Sheedy's older.
He was in ER too, wasn't he?
After Roseanne. But Ali Sheedy's older.
Okay.
You really got a boner for Ali Sheedy.
I've just been thinking about it lately. There was another celebrity that I realized I had a crush on as a kid, like as a really young kid, recently, and I wanted to talk about it, but of course I don't remember it right now because...
Oh, well, thanks for the teaser.
Chewed on brain. I'll come back to it when I'm feeling better.
Oh, can I do this one? I've never done this. I've never done the Maker's Mark before. It's like opening a Babel. Babel?
As you can tell, they pour wax over the top.
Baby Bell.
Like the cheese?
They're covered in wax. You know what I'm talking about. Baby Bell, Babel. Babel.
I do. Our great grandmother used to have them sitting all over her house.
I'm over here trying to go like this. It's a spin top.
It's a spin top. On these, the real deal might be different, but I doubt it. So it's Maker's Mark.
The craftsmanship.
It's a bourbon whiskey. Trying to figure out where it's made from, but this is some small writing. Star Hill Farm in Loretto, Kentucky. My apologies. This one's stronger than the rest that we've had so far. This is 45%. The rest have been 40, I'm pretty sure.
I love that they keep with the excellent craftsmanship of this bottle, as they do with the bigger bottles. They could have just abandoned the wax seal entirely, but the fact that they kept it through, even on the little bottles, says something.
I'd love to agree with you.
Did I rate this? I didn't rate this.
So rate it. Before we move on.
Sorry. I'm gonna give it another 6. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't rate this. See?
I would have said 7. Like
So that one, okay.
Yeah, I want to say it's special, you know, so right between 7 and 8, I would think, but I would say 7 most of the time. What I was going to say is most of these cost $1 or $2. That one I'm pretty sure costs like $3.50. So you pay for a little fancy wax on the top, and
I mean, but come on.
no, I know what you're saying.
Look at how long that neck is.
I've already poured some. Look how long.
I love a good neck.
Is, apparently.
It's nice.
By the way, I've noticed while doing this show, and I think it's mostly the coat, but I don't look like I have a neck anymore, and it's really started to bother me.
Is it when you keep standing like this?
Yep. I'm working on my neck.
Coat.
I'm not. I'm feeling a little more confident these days. So.
Well, you are, what, 40 pounds lighter? 30 pounds lighter?
Yeah, something like that.
Did you ship it to my house?
The weight?
Yeah.
I would not put on no 30, 40 fucking pounds. Shut up.
Okay. If you say so. This smells better.
Yeah, it's gentle. It's like a gingerbread bread.
Mm. Oh, banana nut.
Yeah, like banana nut bread. Yeah, something in that vein.
It smells like your banana nut that you put. You're the only person I know that puts chocolate chips in their banana nut bread, but it's the Chrissy Teigen recipe, right?
Yeah.
That's what this smells like.
Yeah, dark chocolate, sea salt, and coconut flakes. Although I ghetto the shit out of it, I put like sweet everything in it, and you're not supposed to. And I don't eat it with butter on the bread.
Though.
I'm sure the real deal is the bomb.
No, I like your stuff. It's good. I can definitely
cookbook coming soon.
Literally everyone I know, like Blue Sister's banana nut bread is completely different from hers, and I love that. I love that I could have a blind taste test of both of your banana nut breads and be able to tell who did what, and they both taste amazing.
Yeah, but that qualifier. I haven't tried the others, so I don't know.
Good.
This is it's more vanilla, like this one, the second one, much more inviting, and there is some sort of holiday spice here that I'm picking up big time, clove or cinnamon or something like that. Nutmeg is probably what it is. Let's just say pumpkin pie spice and move on.
Mm. I will say, I probably shouldn't, but I have felt more in tune with what I'm drinking this episode than I have any other time that we've done this. And we have done this, just me and you, one other time. I don't know if you remember that, but...
Yes, I do.
We were at the cabin.
Mm. I like whiskey. Like I said at the start. I'm starting to like it quite a bit more.
I am apparently like it more than I thought. I think my problem is usually I get, take this, and it's like the entire thing. So whiskey is definitely one of those things that you should sip and enjoy over a period of time. Like I probably could fill this up and just walk around our Christmas party and be fine.
It's very good, neat, at room temperature. That's how we're drinking it. And it's perfection. This is like peppery. It's got a spice note in the mouth. It burns in a nice way. It's not just the alcohol. You also have like a spiced rum sort of vibe going on with this.
I'd give it a 7. I actually really, really like this one. Although I'm 4 in. But this is so smooth.
I'm actually going to give that one an 8, and it's not just because I don't want to keep giving 7s, because I'm sure I'll give plenty of 7s before we're said and done here, but this one really does feel special. Like, I want this sideline during the holidays so that I can drink it like she talked about. We're going to be hated at holiday parties now, walking around with fucking Maker's Mark. What's going on?
Look at the craftsmanship on this bottle.
Have you ever seen wax like this?
I mean, they really went the extra mile with this wax. I would do ice cream with this.
Yeah.
Like a vanilla bean ice cream.
It would be
great.
It would be great.
We're making floats tonight, baby.
This is definitely something you could cook with.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Yeah, that's really good. But if you don't like a spice, peppery punch in the mouth, you're probably not going to like this. It does burn quite a bit too. I like that sort of burn. It's not overwhelming at all. It's mellow.
It's warm.
It's kind of sugary. Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it necessarily
Coated.
burns, because if it burns, it's like gone so quick. But there's this constant feeling of warmth, and it's like a hug. My esophagus is being hugged right now. Is it esophagus? Yeah, my.
No comment.
You ever had your esophagus hugged before?
Nope, not really my bag, River. It's more your territory than mine. Windsor is up next. It's another Canadian whiskey. And that's all I really know about it. Apparently they bottle this in Chicago, which doesn't mean anything.
Bitch, I'm from Chicago.
I'm sure they're just trying to save money by taking the...
What's the worst traffic you can remember being in? You ever see Malibu's Most Wanted? Yo, traffic, looking for my chapstick.
I think I actually saw it in theaters. That's how cringe I was as a teenager.
No, not at all. Did you do a remake version and name it Milford's Most Wanted? Because I think it could get more cringe. I'm not saying it was me, I'm just saying I know a guy.
Wow. Are you having high expectations of this?
I mean, it's getting better. If I can spit it out. Did you break the bank by buying these little bottles?
No, I don't care how much of it you drink as far as cost goes.
I packed a bag, Shane.
Okay, all right. You do you. You do you. So I will say on the nose, this has... I keep saying vanilla. This is strong vanilla.
This is
almost all I'm picking up.
Mexican vanilla. Have you ever smelled Mexican vanilla? God, that sounds racist, but there really is a Spanish Mexican vanilla out there. My mother-in-law got me about
culturally insensitive ass.
Apparently, oh God, I don't know. AC, who is my brother's best friend, who is African American. Apparently, I told him 11 years ago, as of yesterday.
You are drunk.
No, I'm not. No, not at all. I apparently told him 11 years ago today to get to the back of the bus. I did it because it's the only place he could fit. But he wrote on Facebook, Rayburn Sprayberry just told me to get to the back of the bus. Back of the bus. I love her and her racist ass.
At least he loves you.
And he sent it to me 11 years later. And I said, I said that because it's the only place where you could fit.
Well, he probably knew that, so why would you...
I don't know. There's no telling. I apologize. Is this where I get canceled?
I don't know. I don't believe in canceling people, okay?
And therefore you are canceled. Now you are. Did we already say vanilla?
Yeah.
A lot of these are vanilla based.
This
for sure.
This is very heavy.
This smells way sweeter than the ones before it.
I'm still getting a hint of spice. I can tell it's going to be on the heavier side, not quite as watered down. The vanilla, I'm sure, will pack a punch. And yeah, I'm going to sound culturally insensitive as well.
Don't.
No. It's making me think of not the churro itself, but the vanilla churros, like the inside of what you get with that or certain donuts.
Ooh.
Which locally, by the way, a lot of our donut shops here in Denton, they're run by Hispanic families, and maybe they're using that sort of vanilla. Maybe I'm just used to that.
Apple fritter. Smell it again.
Apple fritter? That is my favorite donut, by the way.
I wouldn't even categorize that as a donut. Is it categorized as a donut?
It's fried bread coated in sugar. The fact that they put some apples and cinnamon in it, I don't think...
Apple fritters go hard.
Let's taste this.
I feel like you're silencing me.
I wasn't trying to, and the taste, not the nose, but the taste, I'm definitely seeing where you would pick up apple fritter. I think the mixture of like the sugar and the cinnamon could kind of lead you toward vanilla with the apple being there. You know, you caramelize an apple a little bit.
An apple fritter and a bear claw. Bear claw isn't really far off, aside from the apple notes. Maybe a bear claw.
Yeah, there's a little bit of nuttiness to it. It's kind of
cinnamon
all around. Cinnamon. This is everything I think of with regard to a whiskey. Like every scent profile, every taste profile, it's just kind of light. It's a little light bodied. It doesn't hang around long. It's not hard to take down. It's not peppery. It doesn't hang around and warm you. It may just be that we're coming off a Maker's Mark, but 6.
Yeah. 6. It's good. I love that we haven't had anything bad today. And to be good, this is where I do it.
I think if you had loved it, you would have.
No, I liked it. But I really am trying to be good. So the last
time...
Did we
agree?
Yeah, we did. So the last time I had liquor, which Shane knows this, but you guys don't, I was an idiot, and I took one of those hurricane mixes, which already has alcohol in it, and I fucking poured rum all over it. Mistake. Was not a good experience, so I'm trying to be good.
Yeah, a few tips, liquor-wise, for viewers who may not be too well versed, or maybe just are like Rayburn and hit your 30s without figuring some of this shit out.
I didn't drink a lot of liquor.
You can put minimal liquor in something, in a mixer, and it's still going to taste really good. Like, they will tell you to put 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 or 1-to-2, whatever. You know, half the mixer, half liquor. I put like 1/5 liquor in it, maybe. And the rest is all the mix. I don't want people getting toasted. The other thing I would mention is when you see the alcohol by volume on these, if you just double that number, that's your proof. So people get confused sometimes between proof and ABV. I don't know.
Alcohol by volume?
Yeah. So while these are 40% mostly, it would be 80 proof. That's what I'm saying. So if you ever want to know the difference, you just see your proof, cut it in half. That's how much alcohol is in the volume, the percentage.
Look at how cute. They have the family tree.
Why are you on the final one?
They have the family tree on
Let's
the bottom.
talk about traffic, because that's a fun conversation.
Worst traffic I've ever been in? Fucking traffic coming from Plano. Go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Those days that I actually have to go into the office, I told Blue, I don't care. I do not care if I have to pay $6 in tolls. If it means I can get home an hour sooner, I'm going to do it.
I lived in Mesquite. It's not Mesquite. I lived in Irving.
Where are you?
Wow. Okay, like I said,
I was like, I don't remember you living in Mesquite.
I lived in Irving, had to drive to Richardson, Plano, Dallas, whatever you want to call it, daily. So this is one of the major thoroughfares in the DFW Metroplex. And they were working on, this is already like 6-7 lane highway in places, but they were working on these express lanes where they two-tier it, right? So they've got these roads you drive on the bottom and these roads you drive on the top, but it wasn't done. So they were having to shut roads down constantly. And one night I left work late and hit the traffic after they'd already shut most of the highway down. And I spent 2 hours waiting to move on the main highway before getting off of that highway and trying to take just the red light back roads an hour away. And it took me 2.5 more hours to get home because of the amount of people that were trying to get home. Yeah, so 4.5 hours for a 30-hour drive. That was my...
Can I take back my answer?
Go ahead.
Say something else. 3 hours to get through downtown Houston.
That would suck. I bet it's common.
Yeah, it's super common, but not for me, because obviously I'm not traveling through Houston on a daily basis.
Right.
But I was down there for work, and we were just trying to get home. So not only did we have the 3 hours just to get through downtown Houston, we had an additional... 3 hours to get home?
Can I shut you up now? Next.
No. Oh, yeah, traffic. Yes, you can shut me
I don't
up.
want to hear you cry about traffic all night. Southern Comfort. This is their black. I don't know which Southern Comfort to go with. I tend to just think black because that's my college Johnny Walker brain coming out. Anyway.
Why you gotta be black?
Because I'm not white, I've just got good hair.
Quoting Miss
That's
RuPaul.
Not racist, by the way. That's what some of my friends used to actually say about me. Because I was one of the only white people in the crowd.
I love that you clarify.
If you said that out of context, people would take it wrong, and I don't.
Well,
I don't think in those terms.
like,
they just thought it was funny to say.
I just said that I told a black man 11 years ago
To get on the back of the
to the
bus.
back of the bus. So I don't think we can get any worse.
Question?
How would you be living your life differently if we suddenly started aging in reverse?
Man. Deep.
So like Benjamin Buttoning it?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Dude, I'm closer to death. If you start aging in reverse, I'm closer to death than I am
as
moving
far as
forward,
you know. You could have like some condition that's going to take you out in 5 years. You don't know.
I mean, that's true. You're right. I mean,
So,
this isn't the healthiest of life.
I'm picking up cherry in the nose of this, but also as it goes along,
Jesus, I didn't expect that smell.
the more I smell it, I'm smelling bubble gum. So think like kids' bubble gum and cherries.
Dude, that is exactly what this smells like.
Well, I'm glad to know that COVID didn't rob me of my favorite scent.
That's exactly.
Southern Comfort
Bubble
Black.
gum.
Does it?
Holy shit! It smells like bubblegum toothpaste.
Yeah.
Like the stuff they make for kids.
There's natural flavor in it. Good luck figuring out what that means.
Bubblegum is not a natural flavor. I hate to break it to them. Did your wife die?
What?
Does it taste like bubblegum? Oh no! Oh no fucking way.
But in a good way. Like how happy you were to be a kid, to get to the bubble gum in like the bottom of an ice cream or the eyes or something. That's how this makes me feel. This is adult bubblegum drink with some cherry going on.
Holy fucking shit, bad man.
That's wild.
That's bubblegum.
That is wild.
Southern
Lord have mercy.
Comfort Blacks taste like bubblegum. I feel like everything is broken.
It's quite sweet. And normally that would be a knock, but this is highly unique, I would say, as far as flavor profile goes. And Southern Comfort is pretty big. I would go 7 on this one.
I would go 8.
8? Yeah,
This is a
unique.
revelation.
It's unique.
Whiskey that tastes like bubblegum. Whiskey for kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, maybe not the best marketing slogan.
Whiskey for kids.
Bubblegum for adults. How about that?
Whiskey for kids.
Whiskey for kids is, hopefully we're not getting blocked. We definitely are demonetized. Not that we qualify on YouTube's algorithm anyway, but...
That is crazy.
It is.
I will never forget that. That's why it's special.
Okay. I'm not going to knock it.
That's... Whew. Okay. How would you be living your life differently if we suddenly started aging in reverse?
Honestly, I feel like it would make me much more unhealthy.
Aging in reverse?
For a few reasons. Because my body is going to be getting stronger again. It's going to get younger. But also, on top of that, I won't just be doing the stupid shit because I know I'm going to be getting younger and healthier for a while. Also, I don't necessarily want to go back to pre-puberty, you know? And definitely don't want to become the baby that can't talk and is in diapers and all that stuff again. So it's probably like ride this fucking body as hard as you can and hope that you check out before you get under the age of like 11 or 12.
Okay.
I think I would still stay married and try to be a good parent and all that too. It's just dad's going to party on the weekend. And
a 14-year-old parent.
Me and my kids are going to have an interesting cross section where
your son's going to be wiping your ass.
No, like I mean, like we'd be about the same age, and how cool would that be, right?
I mean, that would be cool.
Could you imagine, like your parents, your age, or
my parents would not be friends.
Like if y'all were younger, like 21.
It would be 15, nice,
16.
But I feel like I'm too nerdy. My parents at my age would not be friends with me.
Oh, okay.
I'm a scaredy cat.
This is true. They were kind of wild.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a scaredy cat because I've done a lot of things that they haven't done. Like travel to foreign countries and things like that. But I'm definitely I'm safer than they were. For sure.
Why is that person looking at me like that?
Fucking no. Quit looking at them. I didn't answer.
You did all that talking, you didn't answer?
I didn't. I would not put up with people's shit as long as I did.
Okay. So you're correcting some mistakes?
I would do more things just solely for my joy than I did growing up. And that's a very selfish answer, but I think if you know me growing up, maybe not you because you're going to be an asshole about it, but growing up, I was very not selfish when it came to like family and friends. I did a lot
Maybe I will be an asshole about this. I'm not actually going to say anything.
I did a lot of things to make other people happy than I did myself. I think I would correct that going backwards.
I don't want to make you self-conscious because you asked me a question earlier in the day, and we're on camera now, so I feel bad answering this question now, but I'm now have an answer.
If you feel really bad, you'll cut it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what?
Your eye really is twitching, so you might.
No,
it's like this little bitty baby thing that's happening, like right here.
Oh no! Why'd you do it?
No, so you can. What I'm saying is, like, probably go see someone if that keeps bothering you because there's probably some like nerve agent they can put in it or something that will stop that.
Oh,
I'm sure it's just an overactive nerve or something. It happens. Okay.
I know, but it's never happened to me.
I just thought we should have that conversation.
I just didn't know if you saw it.
I'll forget. That's the only reason I brought it up.
Well, I'll be able to see it. Can you see it?
No.
It was different.
You have to be like super close. Nobody's going to notice. Next up is the Rich and Rare Reserve, or the R&R Reserve.
The Rated Radio Reserve.
Yep. It's Canadian. It's 40%. This better be the best shit I've ever had in my life. Considering they're using the double R.
The Richie Rich logo is not promising.
Don't tie a Richie Rich to Rated Radio.
The Rated Radio logo is not promising. I can say that because I made the logo. Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce.
This is smelling like sugar cookie to me. It's definitely whiskey. I feel like it's going to be sugary, sweet, probably kind of light though, maybe a little watered down. Ooh. Super surprising. It was warm right up front. It does burn going down.
You already drank it?
It's hanging around. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, so I'll say this. if it wasn't for the sweetness factor, because I don't want too much sugar, I definitely don't want a lot of like sugary, syrupy, sweet in whiskey. If it wasn't for that, I would say 6. I'm going to say 5. I think it's quite pleasant. If you're looking for something you can get into and you like vanilla, sugar cookie, kind of want it to burn like a whiskey will, this is probably going to be great for you. You just have to be okay with the sugar. So if you like girly drinks, there you go.
4.
Mm.
I don't think it's anything special. This reminds me a lot of this.
Okay.
And it sucks because I rated this one a 5 because we were starting. But this is not anything special to me.
I see the comparison.
Oh,
There's less sweet here, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is still 7 for me. That would still be a 5.
Okay.
Yeah. We're solid. You ready?
Yeah.
Next
I'm all self-conscious.
I thought it just said Canadian whiskey. Like, that's all there was to it. Now, it's a Ellington. Ellington's Canadian whiskey. This is 40% as well.
I love this question. Which movie is the most quotable?
You've been hating on my questions this entire line.
I like this question.
Is that the saving grace? Like, you hate like
everything.
5/6 of what I do. It's just that 1/6. It's like, I mean, I love that. I got to keep coming back.
It's that little bit that makes me continue wanting to do the podcast with you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Anytime. At least I'm honest. Hey, have you seen my shirt?
I try not to read women's shirts. I don't know if we've had this conversation before, but my eyes are up
I'm
here.
giving you...
I'm trying now.
I'm giving you...
Easy Bake Coven. It's like a witch shirt. That's awesome. Okay, and pentagrams for the pie toppings. That's cool.
Easy Bake Oven. I had an Easy Bake Oven. It was awesome. I wore this shirt at the dollar store, and this nice little old lady goes, "You can go ahead of me." And I'm in this shirt, and I'm like, oh my god. I probably offended her.
You'd have to like look real close to notice, but they're more likely to than most people.
I know. I mean, pentagram pies. Wow. I just thought it was too funny. Anyway.
So this, I mean, I can tell by the way it laces in the cup, it's not going to be syrupy. It smells pretty sweet. It's got the vanilla note on it. Does look watery by way of comparison to some of the others, so they haven't aged it too long in the barrel. How much can I ramble? Any thoughts?
I'm trying to say something that we haven't already said.
Tastes like an old boot. I got $1. I got $1. I got $1. Hey, 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 hey. We got $1.
You mean a sandwich?
I think I'm accidentally answering this question. I don't mean to, because that's not my answer. Little Rascals is an awesome flick. Watched it way more as an adult than I should admit to.
Have you met me?
Yeah, I've met you.
You are so beautiful. It's a great movie.
It's lacing a little bit, so it's going to be sweet.
If we were your kids,
It's not.
we would punish ourselves.
Mel Brooks did an awesome job.
He did! And I didn't realize until I was older and actually became a Mel Brooks fan that was a Mel Brooks movie. Leave the premises, post haste.
Yeah. He's in it and everything.
He
I mean,
is!
that's your dead giveaway.
I mean, I didn't know Mel Brooks when I was that young watching it. Do you know Bug Hall, who is Alfalfa, is like weirdo Amish?
I was hoping you were going to say he was ripped, because that's like...
No. He's like raising his family I don't want to say weird, but like a super religious homestead living, which isn't weird, but he's like,
I mean, if you're a child star in Hollywood, that doesn't really surprise me too much.
He's got a beard, like big old beard. I used to think he was cute.
Follow this line of thought. Think a run-of-the-mill whiskey with like a slight amount of unsweet tea mixed into it. That's the taste for me. Whiskey's kind of sweet on its own, so the unsweet tea thing doesn't bother me. I really love tea, actually. It's a bit watery for me. I'm still going 6. I'd be tempted to go higher.
The flavored vodka. Remember, I used to bring it all the time to the parties, and
there are a million flavored vodkas.
It is a brand, Barrett's sweet tea vodka.
Oh, okay.
Is what this tastes like.
I can see that.
It was not my favorite vodka. But it's...
Maybe 6 is wrong. I'm going to sit at 6, but if you like tea...
I mean, I like tea.
And you don't want a whiskey to burn too much, you just want something that's easy to drink and tastes kind of like tea, this is a great option, the Ellington. Didn't mean to cut you off. You gave a great comparison.
Thank you. Why does it always burn my eyes when I drink it?
Because you're having some eye issues. I don't know what's going on.
I say that in my outfit.
I used to
When did you notice?
I had like muscle spasms in my arms for years. It would just happen, like your arm would be like...
What did you do about
randomly flexing. Huh?
What did you do about it?
I beat off more.
Oh, it was just that need to...
Yeah, great eye contact the whole time. I appreciate you. No, I don't know. It just went away naturally. Like I said, nerve endings, the body can sometimes correct that on its own over time. So you may see that it goes away. It may come back a little bit and go away.
Well, I haven't tried the thing that I think it is, which is no caffeine. And you saw what I rolled up with today.
I mean, I've been trying to tell people for years that caffeine is poison, but nobody's listening to me because it's America's most popular drug. Y'all will sit at home and judge this, which is understandable. Cause liver damage and kill brain cells over time. But caffeine, treat it like a wonder drug, and it's a cheap man's speed, you know, it's poor man's speed.
I really think that's what it is.
And I miss the shit out of it.
But I will stop, I will test it, I will stop drinking it, and I will see if it corrects itself. If it doesn't, I will make an appointment.
Mm-mm. You're going to stop, and you're going to have the worst headache you've ever had.
I don't do it every day.
For damn near 2 months.
I don't do it every day.
I'm saying, you'll crave caffeine.
Probably because I'll be fucking tired.
The body becomes hyper addicted to it, and you don't even realize it because it's not the normal addiction signs that you're used to with other drugs. I'm not trying to harsh anyone's mellow. I
don't want my eye to keep twitching. So.
Yeah. If I could still drink caffeine, I'd be drinking the shit out of it.
When did you notice?
I don't know, like Maker's Mark, maybe?
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't feel so bad.
Calm down.
I'm not insecure, but I want to know.
I'm doing it now. See, now I can't even cut it because it's part of the conversation.
I don't give a shit.
Did you rate this?
No, I didn't. I was going to rate it a 6.
Okay.
That was the
agreement again.
That was the weirdest fucking way you could have done
it. These cups can be strange because there was a little bitty drop in here.
You drank it like this.
I can't see you. You understand that?
I'm doing it for them.
Okay.
Okay. Here, I'll show you. You drank it like this.
You drank it like this. I'm talking to you.
No, you went like this.
No, you forgot. I tilted over and tried to put the whole cup in my mouth there at the end.
It was the most awkward thing I've ever seen. But anyway.
I was trying to get that one little drop of water out, and I realized as I was doing it that the little drop of water would probably make the whiskey taste better. Did you chip a tooth?
Yep.
Which movie is the most quotable?
So many.
You don't have it? I have it. I'm torn between Lonesome Dove.
Oh, no, I got it.
And Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, I will give you.
Napoleon Dynamite or Nacho Libre up there in that next spot.
Austin Powers.
Goldmember?
Spy Who Shagged Me.
The first one? Not Goldmember, but the first one?
I quote any of them.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Literally every time I'm together with Toby, my brother-in-law, Austin Powers quotes.
I feel bad for Mike Myers.
Why?
Because you can tell, based on some of the other work that he's done, that he wants to be...
In front of the camera again?
No, I think he wants to move on from the Austin Powers vibe, and he's trying, but I don't think any of it's landing. Like, he has a new show out on Netflix.
Yes, he does. What is it called? He plays multiple characters.
I don't remember what it's called.
Oh.
I remember the Love Guru film, which I liked. I didn't love, it wasn't Austin Powers, and I think, if you're Austin Powers, you can't suddenly be Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, he's had his ups and downs.
Yes.
And people who go way the shit up here and don't like steadily come down or move around, they don't get it.
Adam Sandler, I love Adam Sandler. But
Yeah,
his problem is when he started his career, he started with comedy, and then he gave us that touch of Punch Drunk Love. And then you're like,
serious drama.
Yeah, Adam Sandler did serious. I liked him better when he was doing comedy. Well, now that he's older, he's still doing comedy and gives us the tidbits of serious roles.
Mm.
I would argue he needs to transition to
Like a
primarily
Jim
serious
Carrey
roles,
sort of.
because he's very, very good. And that's what pisses me off, because people give Adam Sandler such a hard time. He's a very good actor when he's in those serious roles.
Yeah, I think he gets a lot of comparisons to like Will Ferrell in that he gets paid to basically act like a out of control child.
Yes.
But I love that. And I think what I hate a lot about human social hierarchies is we have this tendency to just destroy our heroes. Like, you were so good, and look at you, fucked up. You released like one or two great things, and now you're just shit.
I love Will Ferrell, but Will Ferrell can't carry a serious role. Name a serious role that was actually
A
good.
serious?
Mm-hmm. Because he did...
Everything Must Go?
That wasn't that good, though.
I would even
It
argue
wasn't Punch
that
Drunk Love good.
Casa de Mi Padre was...
I couldn't finish it.
It was dumb, but
Couldn't
it
finish
was...
that.
It took serious acting chops because it was so dumb that you had to actually pretend your way through that film.
And you say that Mike Myers? Yeah, you say that Mike Myers wants to get away from... He's talking about doing a fourth one.
Well, okay, but it's been how long?
True.
If he
came
it,
back, it'd be weird.
Yeah, if he loved it, he would have just done it right out of the gate. It's not Keanu Reeves with help me.
John Wick.
No, not John Wick. They're doing those back to back to back. The
Don't
Bill and Ted flicks.
That wasn't great.
I just mean like it was a love project they did after many years.
Oh yeah, they did it because fans wanted it. I don't think they did it to be like, this is going to be the best-selling movie of the year. I think they did it to please the masses.
I bought it. I still haven't watched it. I'm scared. Genuinely.
Do you want to know?
No, you already
someone
told
that
me.
has-
You already told me you didn't like it as much, and
It's sad.
our tastes are different. You had me watch Sgt. Pepper, so I'm gonna. Are you ready for something different? I didn't hate that movie.
Oh, yeah, I have a hard time believing.
Part of what we're supposed to do is
Be critical? Yeah, I know.
play on like the slight disagreements. Blow them out of proportion.
Oh,
That's
we're
what people
playing
do.
our characters now.
I kind of feel like in life you do that anyway.
Sure.
Like people can sometimes get lost if they have no sense of nuance and forget that you're actually a nice person and just think you're a dick. Like I'm not.
Whatever makes
I'm
you
just
so
joking. I don't really care. I would watch Sgt. Pepper with you right now if you wanted me to.
Well, yeah, but people also think that we don't like each other, and that's
I feel bad pouring this before I say its name.
say its name.
Are you ready for something different though?
Sure, but I'm gonna keep saying what I was gonna say.
This is a rye whiskey. It's Devil's River. It's from Texas, and it's 45%. Thought that said 3. We have definitely been drinking.
So what I was going to say is, yeah, people think that we don't like each other, but in all honesty, do you really think that if we didn't like each other, we would spend as much time as we do with each other? For fuck's sake, not only have I jumped from the podcast, but I've been on Banter Bar several times. Your kids call me Aunt Ribbon.
Yeah.
We go to cabins together.
Not to make you feel bad.
We literally got COVID at the same time. We've never had it.
I like speaking to the audience too. I like most people that I've met.
Well, that doesn't make me feel special at all, and I appreciate that. Because why would I need to be on a pedestal?
Okay, so I'm hoping the difference in this comes up in the taste.
I love that you
smell,
changed the subject.
smell is kind of bog standard whiskey.
Say that again.
Bog standard whiskey.
What the fuck does that mean, bog standard?
Bog standard is just run of the mill.
But where does that expression derive from? I need its origin. Bog standard.
I don't know everything. There are things in my vernacular which I never completely understood either. If it makes you feel better.
It does!
Okay, let's go ahead and Google. You can smell away and we'll figure this out.
You don't cut that. You said it.
Oh, I'm here. I don't have to hide anything anymore.
I mean, if my eye is twitching on camera, we're gonna keep what you said.
It's British slang term for lavatory or toilet, the bog.
So toilet standard, shit standard?
Like it means average. You know? Like your average shit house. There's nothing special about an outhouse. Right? It doesn't have fancy air dryers or anything like that. It's
a box with a hole in it.
Yeah, according to Rayburn, I just said this smells like a porta potty. But
I mean, that's how I would have taken it.
She didn't even know what it meant either.
No, I didn't. That's why I asked you to repeat it.
Okay, so this has been sitting for a minute. It's definitely smelling a little stronger. And not so much like rubbing alcohol or acetone as just whiskey, which I think is me picking up the barrel that it's aged in.
Sin responsibly.
It has a very woody smell, that's to say. It doesn't smell like dicks, for those of you out there who have no language nuance.
Yeah, bog standard. I'm not going to taste it yet because I'm still trying to identify this scent profile. I'm getting a headache at the same time.
It's more like a spice, like ground black pepper.
Which I'm not a fan of.
This is really making the Scotch lover part of my brain very happy. The smell slowly starts to build. You know, it needs decanted for a while. It needs to aerate. But because at first it just didn't smell amazing.
Are we talking good Scotch or are we talking bad Scotch like Lafroig?
No, not smoky. I mean, there's a complex profile in Scotch that you don't get. Just the char of the barrel can, it takes any of these whiskeys and you just create a different monster based on how long you're burning the barrel. It's
I'm trying to breathe in with my eyes closed because I can taste a fruit.
It's got a different layer on it.
But I can't identify the fruit. I would say it's apple, but it's not your standard apple.
It's spiced apple. It's very holiday-esque again to me. Like the taste of clove, but the burn of cinnamon.
Clove. It might be clove. I'm going to give it a 6. It's good.
Okay, so understand, if you're just drinking whiskey because you like whiskey, you're probably not going to feel as good as I do about this one. See, I learned something tonight. I haven't had enough whiskey, but I think rye might actually be my jam. I'm going to give this an 8. The more I drink it, the more I'm enjoying it. And I don't just think that's the alcohol talking. Sure. This is complex. The smell is a little bit disappointing. Otherwise, I think I might rate it higher.
I know this sounds really stupid, but the bigger swig I get, the more intense the flavor.
I'm pretty sure even Scotch lovers would appreciate this.
Okay. I'm going to propose something at the end of this episode.
You want to do me a favor? Hold on. Propose the thing.
I'm going to propose something at the end of this episode, and I hope you'll go along with it. We take a shot or the remainder. Maybe not the remainder. Maybe not the remainder. A shot. Another drink of our favorite one.
Okay. I promise to cut you getting up, but will you go get the one off the top of my record player?
Yeah.
So here's a decanter that I bought because apparently some part of my brain was really in love with those glass.
You've still been buying glasses.
I almost bought another one yesterday.
He has
It's bad.
several over there.
It's bad. I just bought some whiskey glasses because I used to have a cup that tilted, and I really like that, so I bought these round-bottomed whiskey glasses that you can
didn't
spin.
show them to me. You showed them to your wife.
Oh, I apologize. I almost set them on the table for this episode.
Aww.
But this is one of my favorite basic scotches.
Okay.
It's cheap. It's easy to drink.
Are we going to drink scotch too?
Yeah, I wanted you to see.
In comparison?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
This is not Lafroig.
Thank you.
The super smoky one that you had. For those of you out there, you don't have to drink all of that either. They put peat in a lot of scotches, which taste kind of like campfire ashes.
What did you just say?
They put peat moss, I think, is what it is. Maybe it's not peat
not
moss.
What
Maybe it's
you
just
poured
peat.
this. You handed it to me, and I thought you said
Pea.
they put pea, and I was like,
No
"What
pea
are you
in it.
putting in your decanters? Is this your piss cup?
Oh my God.
Your piss bottle?
There's
Your
no
piss
piss-
decanter?
I do have a piss jar now.
A jar.
Like an official.
It was a cup.
A thing that you take camping. Like so you can
Okay.
pee without. Yeah, you unscrew a lid and you hold a thing and you pee in it.
Is it in your kitchen?
No, it's in my room. It's in my office.
Oh, is
Not
it when
in
you
my
were were you peeing in that during COVID?
Yeah.
You were getting up. What were you shitting
I was trying
in?
not to get my family sick.
What were you shitting in?
I don't shit as often as
I thought you were going across the hallway.
This is going some places. I do. The bathroom was sectioned off to me, myself, and I, but I still tried to keep in the office as much as possible.
I knew you struggled, but I didn't know you were roughing it.
Lord, yeah, it was a rough fucking week and a half. 2 weeks, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Awesome.
So I got my phone out, yes, because I wanted to say what it was, but I don't remember off the top of my head because brain problems.
Okay.
I'm doing better, by the way.
Brain problems, eye problems. We're just a whole mess of problems today. By the way, since you're going to cut this anyway, I'm sure.
Oh, if you're going to ramble, I'll leave it in.
I mean, I wouldn't say. You know what I noticed about past episodes?
What's that?
I don't look directly at you. I look here. And I talk to you instead of looking directly at you. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But
I
I'm
wish
like,
I could tell you.
I think I'm just waiting for your wife to walk through the door so I can be like, help me. But she hasn't come out. Where is she?
There it is, folks. That's the one I would not recommend you try.
Is it Lafroig?
I actually have a friend who I think after she got married, they went over and visited the brewery and did like a taste sample and
My
were in
sister
love.
liked it, remember?
Yeah. She was very drunk.
I don't think she
I think some of the others don't taste like what we tried. It's really stupid that I can't remember what this is off the top of my head.
So we're going to drink it. You don't even know what it is.
I mean, I'm just going to try to figure out what it is. You could just relax for a minute. But you got no chill because you've been drinking liquor. Maybe this shit isn't as popular as I thought it was.
It's a beautiful bottle.
It's
a beautiful decanter. I feel like I stepped into one of the works of Mr. F. Scott Fitzgerald.
You know what I feel, what I hate is the one that I have your rice liquor in.
You poured it out?
Yeah, it's in one of the decanters over there. It has a plastic stopper on it or a rubber stopper, and I hate that shit.
You like the glass?
Just get them glass. That's perfection. Dewar's White Label is what this is.
I was going to say something really stupid. Smells like Asia.
Okay. You've been, so you would know.
No, I know. You haven't been?
Mm-mm.
Didn't you go once?
I haven't been out of the States.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you went once.
I was Poe. I came up Poe. I've been struggling my entire adult life. I mean, I still make
Poe?
poor.
Oh,
I make a lot of
Poe.
I make a lot of money here and there,
You have more money than me?
but I also have dreamer dreams, and I invest.
True. You do. Yeah, I will say that you do a lot more behind the scenes than I do, as far as like investing in yourself and your careers, because you have multiple things that you do. I would call them multiple careers. But it smells like something that we had to eat at one of the restaurants in Shinjuku, Japan. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like...
I can see why whiskey drinkers don't like scotch. Just making the transition, if you're smelling it, something about this kind of smells like soap to me. And I know it's not. It's not soap.
I said ginger.
Ginger, okay. Yeah, you get that like Lysol vibe. They just don't candy it. That's in the scent. It tastes completely different.
I had a meal at the base of our hotel because the hotel sat on top of multiple underground restaurants, and I had a salmon roe meal with like shredded egg, and it had ginger, and I had all sorts of stuff. And this is the ginger, like it smells like...
Are you intoxicated now?
No.
I put 10 whiskeys before you and you were throwing a fit, and then I added a scotch on top, and you were talking about finishing a bottle of something when we're done.
Not finishing, I said take a drink.
Did we rate this? Pretty sure I gave it an 8.
I want to say I gave it a 6, but we'll look back. Maybe.
Do you see the comparison at all?
A little, but I would say that I honestly felt more with that than I did this.
If you are smoking something, like you like to smoke your barbecue, or really anything, smoke any kind of meat. So this is the taste of the meat in general. Scotch is really the smoke on the meat. If you can pick up the difference at all, then you're probably looking at a rye whiskey, I would say. And that Devil's River was quite pleasant.
Okay, I'm not going to say I'm drunk, but I'm definitely feeling good.
High five.
Feeling nice.
Last one is Jim Beam, which is Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I was looking for ABV, I'm sorry. It does. It has the little family legacy. Oh my goodness. Where's the ABV?
It's not on there, because that's what I was originally looking for.
Probably 40%.
Are you ready to feel triggered?
Sure.
What do you think about people who refuse to lock their doors?
Oh, I'm totally triggered.
I know you would be. Norman Bates over here.
I've had this a lot in my life. I know that. I always want to say it's Jack Daniels. Pretty sure it's Jim Beam. This has a cherry mash smell to it.
You remember when the Mud Dogs came back at halftime and won the bourbon ball?
God almighty. I don't know you right now.
That's all I can think about. Waterboy, another very quotable movie.
Yeah, now we're in Adam Sandler territory. We've been drinking.
Yeah, we have. It's alright. It's feel good time.
This
Label this episode Feel Good Time.
Feel good time.
Feel good time.
All right. I like it. I'm pretty sure this, based on the lacing, it's going to be kind of sweet. It has very light cherry hint. It's spicy smelling. You know what the hell this is. It's more in that nail polish category. Like the polish itself, not necessarily the nail polish remover or the alcohol.
Can I say a fruit?
Yeah. Fruit.
Kumquats.
I don't know what that smells like or tastes like because I'm Poe. But I pick up something fruity on the top. I would have thought it was the wood.
A fig?
Okay. I can follow that. Like Fig Newton.
Maybe kumquat was a...
My fig...
Okay. Fig Newton?
My fig experience does go beyond Fig Newtons. I will say that much.
You know figs? I know me some Fig Newtons.
There's something there like a snack food that you had when you were younger. I'm thinking cherry mash. Like the inside of a cherry mash.
Okay.
But it's not super cherry. you know?
Even Fig Newtons. It's not just fig, isn't it? Nuts, too.
I wish I knew.
I used to steal... My big fat ass used to steal Fig Newtons at my fucking great-grandfather's house. What the fuck? Why didn't I pick something better?
They wouldn't just give you Fig Newtons?
It was like midnight.
That's why you stole them. Okay, so you didn't want to wake anybody up to get them.
He kept a jar on this tiny little stand in the middle of his kitchen that held Fig Newtons. And I don't know why. Maybe it was my big fat ass. But I was like, this is easy. I won't take this. And I would get up in the middle of the night. I grabbed me fucking 3 Fig Newtons. And I hauled my ass back to bed. I don't know how I did it. Because I slept in the same room as my grandmother. Okay,
so the more I sit here and smell this, I'm still picking up light amounts of wood. That's undeniable. It's definitely a wood-aged liquor. But I'm getting cherry cordial vibes. I'm still getting cherry mash. I'm hoping it's not overly sweet.
I think cherry mash is very, very fair. I get that. If cherry mash and a goo-goo cluster had a baby.
All right, so those are like 2 of my favorite old school
candies. But they're good. I'm not knocking on them. What I'm saying is there's a caramel note.
Have you tasted it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was trying to get the scent profile.
So when you tell people that something, not that it's been distilled, but that it's been aged, what's the word? They would say fermented. I think you age this. You don't ferment it. That's past. When you say fermented, people think of like a kind of rotten. Like this has like on top of the great flavors that are cherry and chocolate and, kind of nougat, all that. There's something off-putting, like spoiled, kind of like something that sat in water that wasn't supposed to, I'm
not having high hopes for your rating right now.
It's not bad. It's really good. I just think there's a note in it that's not great.
Sour?
Yeah, like I still cook with white pepper, even though it smells like pig manure.
How many times are we going to fucking talk about white pepper? Yeah, I think the fairest assumption of this is the tartness and sour of a cherry mash.
Good.
Added with the sweet.
Perfect.
But there is still a caramel note that reminds me, a caramel nutty note that reminds me of a goo-goo cluster.
You've been drinking because the words are perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do I only make sense when I'm drinking?
No.
Okay. But nice does not linger at all.
Yeah. You can see why people drink so much of that with ease. I just still think something about it is off-putting at the end, especially when you compare it to the old number 7. I'm going to go with a 6 on that one. That's just me. If you feel better about it, go for it.
7. But now I'm sad. Because technically the highest one that I've rated... I haven't been drinking so much that I don't remember that. The highest one I've rated is Mr. Bubblegum himself.
What's bad about that?
It's not bad, but I feel bad for Maker's Mark and Jim Beam because... I rated, like, there's something special, but they're not as special as fucking bubblegum whiskey.
It was special.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for them.
I could get tired of it pretty quick. The sugary thing drew it down.
You'll remember it for sure.
So I have a tough choice here at the end. We still have a question to answer. Mm-hmm. But let's go ahead and pick our bottle since you want to do this. Trust me.
Do we pick a bottle or do we pick the one that we rated the highest?
Doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want to do. But based on the next episode she's going to be in, she wants to pick a bottle.
The fuck?
Stay tuned. So for me, it's going to be between the Devil's River and I guess the Maker's Mark.
That fucking rye.
You know what?
Do not mix them.
Yeah, I'm mixing them. I'm mixing. I think it was Maker's Mark that I gave my highest rating to, right? It was an 8.
I have enough trying to keep up with myself. I have 3 that I feel bad for. It's Maker's Mark. No, not you. It's Southern Comfort, and it's Jim Beam. But I do not want to mix all of them together because all three are very special, and I just feel bad for them.
Yeah, I would say if you're looking for a classic, it's the first or the third. If you want something holiday feeling, it's pretty intense. Go with Maker's Mark.
It's not intense because it doesn't linger very long. Don't scare them.
I had good things to say about Ellington. Southern Comfort is the most unique thing at the table. But if you like Scotch, this Devil's River is awesome.
I'm going to go with Maker's Mark.
Okay.
But truly, Southern Comfort
Why don't
Black.
you mix it with your black? Maybe you like it better. Don't listen to me. Just do what you want to do.
This is a holiday pie, and this is
Bubble
fucking
gum.
Big League Chew.
Yep.
Does that sound appetizing to you?
I would try it.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as he would try it, let's try it.
Just like celebrities, and it's not celebrities, it's people in general. The most attractive kids do not necessarily come from. Bill Burr talked about this.
Attractive people.
Yes.
God, I love Bill Burr.
Like you can.
Put you through that fucking wall.
You compare two very beautiful people, and they won't necessarily make a beautiful child.
I'm
The
trying to
same
think
thing can be true of mixing pretty much any two drinks on the planet.
Here's additional question. Don't drink that yet, because I want to answer a question and then drink it. Here's an additional question on top of our last question.
I got 2 questions, and I got to...
Yes, shut up. Anyway,
I'm going to be nice.
which 2 celebrities would make the ugliest children?
That's just mean.
So the fuck what? What are they going to do? Come get us? We're good. What are they going to do?
No, I mean, I don't think in those terms necessarily, so that's probably going to be too hard.
Which 2 celebrities would make a surprisingly unattractive child?
I'll say, just because of the weird body differences, it probably makes no sense, and this is just me trying to get an answer out. Let's say Gwyneth Paltrow and Jack Black. I think they're both beautiful human beings, but they're
we're taking
very
it back
different,
to Shallow Hal days?
very different body types.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Were they in Shallow Hal together? God, I'm sorry.
Gwyneth Paltrow wore a fat suit, and it's very problematic nowadays.
This is why...
I ask the hard-hitting questions, my friend. I would say...
People care so much about shit like that. It was comedy. Move on.
Oh, about the movie? I didn't mind it that much.
You
know what? It actually spoke more about body positivity, because in the end, he didn't care. He didn't care what she looked like. He loved her. In the end.
Can we answer the normal question now, or can we drink?
No. Do you want me to answer mine?
Control freak. Yeah.
I am not a control freak. 2 celebrities that I think would make an ugly kid. 2 hot celebrities that I think would make an ugly kid.
Why do you ask me a question you don't have an answer to?
Because I'm a control freak. Do you still want me to answer, or do you want to move on?
I mean, if you want to move on, that's fine.
I mean, I don't have an answer. I was just being a dick.
So people who don't lock their doors, what do you think about those people?
Oh, you're so cute.
I'm drinking.
Bless your heart. I don't know what to gauge from that. Okay.
Still an 8. I'll tell you that. You mix them both, I'm still at 8.
I'm so confused because I have 2 different ones in here.
You ain't even tasted it. How are you already confused?
First of all,
it's bubblegum.
Smell that.
That is weird.
Thank you.
That smells like some panty powder.
God damn it, Shane.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the powders.
The fucking baby powder shit.
Like the scented powders that women put in their panties back in the days.
First, let's
talk.
Do
they still do it?
Let's talk about that. What happened?
This is the never-ending episode. I apologize to you.
What happened?
To what?
It's just a fucking cakey mess.
What happened to what?
What happens when you get fucking baby powder in the crevasses of the downstairs mixer?
I'm going to guess that the powder is so fine that most of it either falls out down to the pant leg or it just gets lost in the it's
I'm
makeup.
I'm
Sort
going
of.
to tell you that doesn't happen.
Okay.
My mom used to put baby powder all over her body when
Then
she
a
got out of the
dude
shower.
or a
I used to
lady,
do that. Have you ever tried to make gravy?
someone licks it off and goes, "Huh, that tastes funny."
It's not where it's at, okay?
I will say this in favor
You
of
could
those powders.
spackle houses with that shit.
The shit smelled good.
Well, yeah, baby powder does smell good. But I'm telling you, it's
I
not
mean,
the
like
most
they
comfortable.
scented them. It wasn't just baby powder. Like it was other scents.
I
It
know
could
that.
get flowery scents in it.
But do you have any idea what that does to your pH balance?
Bruh. Don't shove it up your vagina. Just put it on your panties.
Shane, you really don't understand.
Do you have experience with these powders? Is that what's going on?
Yes, you really don't understand what you're talking about right
Okay.
now. I'm just saying, don't do it.
I'm a dude with a lot of folds.
Don't do it. If you're worried about what your hoo-ha smells like, which you shouldn't even douche, because it's not safe.
Who the fuck was talking about douching? That's a completely different...
You were talking about scents in the vaginal
I
region.
was talking about panty powder.
Why do you think women do that?
To stay dry and to smell nice?
Okay. I'm going to drink my bubble gum.
You're
apple
telling
pie.
me that the vagina juices come out and they eat the powders and go yum, 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 back up into the vagina?
First of all,
consistently?
when you move, things make ways up in places that you don't anticipate them making. And it's not a good idea to put a fucking spackle paste down there, because that's exactly what happens when you do the panty powder that you're talking about. Not a great idea. Don't do it.
I'll listen to the person with the vagina.
Anyway. Take care of yourself.
Continuing.
Oh my god.
How is it?
Well, now that I'm talking about panty paste, the panty paste episode.
I didn't say paste, I said powder.
No, I know,
why are you trying to name
paste.
the episode the entire time we're recording?
Because I'm trying to alleviate the work that you might have to do later.
10 is so you can use top 10 in the episode. It's going to be the Tennessee episode.
Well, you liked my title before.
You're going to cry on me now? How is it?
It's better than expected. Would you like to try it?
Not really, because...
Thank me later.
The scent? Even the taste a little bit? Oh, yeah.
I see?
Still panty powder.
Oh, my God.
I should stay away from the black.
All right. What do you think about people who refuse to lock their doors? Because you haven't answered. I said, bless their heart. They're so naive.
I mean, yes. Yes. I feel like you want to lead by way of example for the world that you want to live in.
But you don't live in that world.
Crime show after crime show about person, who was just murdered because their door was open. Right? How many cars are stolen every year because the doors are unlocked? It's not fun to think that we live in a world where there are bad people walking around, but they are.
I had the benefit of growing up after the age of 7 in a town of 250 people. And you could leave your door unlocked and you would think nothing of it.
Small number, you'd think it was easily policed.
But I will be the first to tell you, I mean, yeah, we left our door unlocked, but don't trust anyone. I don't care how small the numbers are, because I now live in a well-populated suburb for the most part. I mean, I'm right next to the DFW. Lock your fucking...
Look at me for confirmation.
Lock your fucking doors, because I would rather lock my fucking doors than take the chance of putting my faith in humanity.
Don't lock all your doors, just the ones that are fucking. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Lock your fucking doors.
Okay.
But we don't agree on a lot, and we definitely agree. Lock your doors.
Yeah.
You'll never forgive yourself if you don't lock your doors. Because like I said, put your faith in your door being locked rather than the decency of humanity, because...
Yeah, and I would say that humans, despite what we can slowly think over time. I think we become more and more jaded as the years go by. But I also think that humans have a natural inclination to be peacekeepers and whatnot. The sad thing is we're controlled by the economic realities, and the economic realities are not great. There are too many people out there who are pressed to the brink and forced to do bad things. I like the Yellow Wolf song. I think it said it best. What would you do for love? The song is called Do for Love. No.
But I won't do that.
And see, I had brain problems today, so I can't think of the lyrics. Something about... see, I can't do it.
Wow. What a disappointing episode.
With no gas in the house, no heat in the kitchen. It doesn't rhyme. That's why I'm messing it up. Your 4-year-old's birthday about to come up. It's gun, mask, gun. See, I can't do it.
Well, but think about what humanity does in times of crisis. How many fucking riots have we had and people fucking steal shit? You cannot rely on the humanity of humanity. The common decency of humanity. They will take advantage of the situation, and that's not something that I put my faith into.
Some of that is...
opportunists.
Yeah, it's opportunistic. People they want collapse of society, or they act like it, but they just want it to collapse a little bit. Just enough for me to get mine. And that's the problem, is we do not equally distribute what we produce. Not even anywhere to a realm that's close to understandable. Like, the bosses get 10 times what the average employer does. Mm-hmm. You're talking hundreds of times, right? Like 350 plus times at this point. In some cases.
To get 3%.
What I'm saying. Animal Farm, even though I don't really recommend it as a read, George Orwell's Animal Farm goes ham on this particular topic.
Ham.
Yeah, I know. It's an animal book with pigs specifically. I love
that we're well read.
What I was trying to say about the question is that I don't think you would have as much crime. You wouldn't have as much, pretty much any social evil if you just fix the economic realities. And a lot of other places in the world have figured that out to a certain degree.
You have no idea how much a locked door will deter the majority of people.
Yeah, they just walk around checking for an unlocked door.
A lot of people are opportunists, and if you fucking leave your door unlocked, guess what? They're going to seize the opportunity and walk through that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Lock your damn doors. It's a step. It's one step.
Anyway, that's the Rayburn and Shane Whiskey Drunk Power Hour. Thank you for tuning in. Apologize that we did what we did here at the end.
I am not apologizing.
So help us keep the conversation going in the comments. We'll see you next month on the 1st. Same time, same place for another round of
The Banter Bar.
I'll just leave you a little sip in case you want to go back.
I appreciate the sip. I think I could drink quite a bit of this.
I just want to see how it feels in my mouth.
I guess we'll see you next time.
On the Banter Bar.
Beer snobs!
Farewell. Even though we just drank whiskey. Whatever, goodbye.